Hi, I'm Jimmy. This is another episode of my Hitman Freelancer Let's Play. Picking up with a new campaign. I'm starting with the second showdown. So I've defeated one syndicate, and I'm about to do a showdown with the leader of the second syndicate. And I've decided to go, as you can see, dressed up as Jolly Saint Nick, dispensing the gift of murder. Apparently I've forgotten my list though, because I'm going to need to use clues to identify my target for this assignment. This is a showdown, so yeah, you should know the drill, but yeah, basically you need to look at people, see how they're dressed, see what they're wearing, look at their hair color, and then look at what they're doing, look at the tells they exhibit. So we're heading out to Florida for this mission. This should be a fun...
Welcome to Miami.
Miami's a great map for showdowns. It's nice and open, it's pretty easy to navigate, and the Kronstadt security guard disguise is really good for getting around the map.
Nevertheless, we do know this. They are here to attend a business meeting.
So here, I'm just looking to see where the suspects are, and I notice there is a courier right nearby, so I decided to see if I can place a banana to cause them to trip.
And wearing a hat.
Just to get some free money early on. And I think, oh, he's heading towards these stairs. I'll place banana at the base of the stairs, and he should slip on it. And of course, he sits down immediately, much to my annoyance. So I hang out for a bit to see if he decides to go up the stairs, but no, he heads the other way. So this is the risk with couriers with placing the banana peels. If you don't know their route, you try to guess where they're going to go. Sometimes you guess wrong. So I think I took a moment to think about killing him or knocking him out here, but there's a lot of people around, so I give up, decide to head up here and go over this way to look at some of the suspects who are heading my way.
So I'm gonna run over and play around with the pyrotechnics for the podium ceremony. What?
One thing I will say is I love the sort of themed disguises like Santa Claus, the clown outfit, some of the other sillier outfits. I sort of feel like there are two kinds of Hitman disguise that I like. Here I'm trying to get a good look to see if this guy has earrings. Doesn't have hair, he has glasses and a hat. I'm trying to tell if he has earrings or not, but it was hard to tell. Anyway, one of the things that I like, the funny, silly themed costume disguises. But I also like the sort of more formal, like, things that look like a nice suit or a nice casual outfit that you might plausibly wear at your location. I feel like the 7 Deadly Sins suits sort of fall into this uncanny value of being very gaudy and tacky without being really having a theme per se. I think I eliminated him because he didn't have an earring. Yeah, her, obviously she has blonde hair instead of no hair. This lady has black hair. Yeah. Sometimes with the camera it's hard to mark the target you want. I wish they had another way to mark the target. Like if you could mark targets as suspects or not from the mini-map, that would be very helpful. It'd be much less prone to accidentally marking the wrong target, which is, I think, one of the ways I sometimes failed to correctly identify the target is I accidentally marked or unmarked the wrong person when I was looking. But yeah, I like to do a sort of first pass and see who matches based on a quick visual inspection first, and then I will pick a target to follow if they match who matches the description, and I will see what tells they exhibit. And here, I'm skipping ahead a little bit just so you don't see the whole level play out. But here I'm gonna choke this guy out and take a disguise. And I decide to hide the bodies. Well, I'm going to choke this guy out too, and then I'm going to hide the bodies. It's a little risky because, especially on a showdown, sometimes people come up here, but in general, you don't want to leave bodies lying around on a showdown like this, because if they get found, they can spook your target and they can flee before you're ready. But yeah, as I was saying, I sort of do a quick visual inspection to sort of see who could be a suspect, or who could be a target among the suspects, and then I continue following them to see what tells they have. And usually that's how you ID the targets. And these days I sort of ignore the earrings and tattoo just because they're hard to spot, and usually if you can see them in a meeting and see their two tells and they match three of the other, if those three match and then you match three of the visual indicators, that's usually enough for a positive ID. You can usually be sure at that point that you have the right suspect. And sometimes even five. Like if you have both the tells right and three of the visual indicators, that's pretty safe. They usually don't have a suspect that matches 5 but isn't the target. So yeah, there I got a sedative syringe. That's a nice trick to know on the levels, that there's a sedative syringe on this map. Here I make a very dumb mistake. I want to pick up this wrench and I walk up right next to an enforcer and get spotted. And there is a lookout nearby, so this is all very risky. Like if that guy raises the alarm right now, there's a good chance that the lookout could get panicked, and then whatever suspects he's working with get panicked as well, and then they leave the level. Luckily, I managed to run away, and he doesn't end up raising the alarm about me. And then I sneak back over here. This is an easy way to get a Kronstadt security disguise.
Check it out. Will do.
And I am going to end up leaving this body on the ground back here, but at least in my experience on showdowns in Miami, which admittedly isn't a whole lot, suspects and lookouts usually don't come back here. And I go ahead and eliminate... I generally, in playing Freelancer, I eliminate security guards. So I decide to head back over here, and I noticed that while I wasn't looking, the courier slipped on the banana peel. So my banana peel I placed earlier ended up doing its job. That was lucky, though. Usually, if you don't get a banana peel in the right spot, you're out of luck. But yeah, anyway, this disguise is, I think, probably the best disguise. Certainly the best guard disguise. It can also be good to have a good civilian disguise, but
got some cool stuff.
this is a really good civilian disguise. And yeah, on showdowns, usually the suspect and the lookouts don't go back there, so you're generally safe leaving that security guard body in that back alley. So I went to the supplier, decided not to get anything just yet. Usually it's a good idea to wait. Also, there's a safe on this map. I've got the courier already, but there's also a safe on this map, so I have more money that I can acquire, theoretically. Here I see another suspect sort of hanging out by the building. Here I can see he's got hat, glasses, earring, and no hair.
Some mean-looking motherfuckers to run their security.
So I've got him marked as a prime suspect. But unfortunately, he's weirdly bugged. I see this a lot in Freelancer when I'm playing. I will see a suspect, and they will be just standing in one spot, and they will not move, which is very frustrating, because as I mentioned, like, one of the better ways to identify suspects is by watching them walk around and seeing what tells they perform. But when they're just standing there and not moving, they don't perform any tells, you don't get any clues about who they are. Unfortunately, I don't have... I was trying to follow that suspect, but I don't have any keycard readers, so I can't get through these doors. You can also potentially shoot up the lock with a high-powered weapon. I don't have any on me, though, and obviously that can draw a lot of attention. Even if the weapon is silenced, oftentimes people will hear you shooting the lock out, so it's kind of a risky strategy, especially to do it while people are around. Anyway, I sneak around down here, I get down to the security area. I decide to wake up the security guard to take care of one of my payout objectives.
Hey, it's me. I'm hearing suspicious sounds.
All right, show yourself. What was that?
And there, I poisoned the security guard. Oh, it looks like the Kronstadt security guard, looks like the body was found, but luckily not by a suspect or a lookout. So the suspect, none of the suspect networks have been alerted yet. So there, but the syringe poison, I managed to take care of the poison guard payout disguise, and I have disabled the cameras now. So that's one less thing to worry about. Now I can go into the garage and take a look at these suspects. So I'm gonna get a little closer.
Jesus, put the gun away, man.
I think it took me a little while to register, or, oh, I accidentally marked him as a prime suspect. It took me a second to register that he had red hair. Therefore, cannot be my suspect. Oh, looks like there are people who've been alerted. Oh, maybe looks like one of the suspects is fleeing, huh? Anyway, didn't notice Diana give me an alert about it, but obviously it's not my target who's fleeing, so I take it back what I said about it being safe to knock that guard out. That was a mistake, it seems. Just luckily, my target wasn't one of the suspects who decided to flee, so. Here I'm using the wrench to create a distraction. I'm hoping that the suspect will come over, and usually once you distract someone, oftentimes if an NPC is like stuck and not following their usual routine, if you distract them, sometimes that'll get them back on their routine. In this case, the suspect didn't come to the distraction, but it seems like it did the trick, and now he's moving. I notice here that he's going to be isolated. Or it looked like he was heading down this hallway. He's going to isolate himself, which is very convenient. I have a dart gun, so I can use this to confirm whether or not this person is my target. Give him a little space so he doesn't hear me shoot him. There. Poison a target with a dart gun. That completes one of my objectives, and now I know he's my...
That clown just hit me.
47, your target is onto you and is trying to get away. The leader is eliminated.
Yeah, it said he was trying to get away after I shot him. That was not going to work.
Collect your
It said searching. Presumably someone heard those gunshots, but it seems like no one in the lobby is alerted. I'm trying to just act casual and put some distance between myself and the leader, aka the corpse. So I'm just going to use this blend spot. I just lay low for a bit till the searching status goes away. Now everything should be good. And yeah, I'm not going to get the other two payout objectives. They both are related to killing your target, and I didn't complete either one. But with these showdowns, it's generally better to complete the mission rather than trying to make us complete all the payout objectives. You know, the 3,000 mercers doesn't help you if you get killed trying to pull it off. So anyway, now I am. Oh yeah, I think I'm just doing a little exploring, and I'm going to go upstairs in a little bit to unlock the safe. It's good to save like things like opening the safes and other sort of bonus things you want to do till after you've taken out the target on these showdowns, because this way if I get spotted unlocking the safe somehow, I don't risk alerting the suspect, having assassins gun me down. So this is the room with the safe. So I just got around. I thought maybe that was a clue I had to scan, but no, it's one of the keycard badges. I'm just sort of scanning around looking for anything that might hold the safe code so I can scan it with my camera. Then I notice the laptop here is highlighted. So I scan that. I see another laptop over here. Scan that. There, now I just need one more clue to open the safe. Luckily there are no enforcers around here, And there's no lookouts up here either, so it's a very relatively safe place to be exploring. No one's gonna find it suspicious unless I screw up and do something illegal.
Thanks for protecting our freedom, sir.
Sort of funny the things people say to you when you're a guard. Use a noise distraction to lure one of the scientists into this side area. Alright, knock him out. Kind of lucky the other scientist wasn't paying any attention to that. He was technically facing my way, but he's obviously very focused on what's going on right in front of him. So another noise distraction to lure the other scientist into this room. And again, throw the wrench to knock him out. Close the door so no one sees the body. I decided to drag him even further into this side room where there's a body closet here to hide him in. Don't really need to worry about panicking the suspects, but I'm still being extra cautious and hiding bodies, which is just a good habit to have in these showdowns. In comparison to like a normal mission. Normal mission, you can kill people and knock them out and leave the body, and it generally doesn't cause a problem, as long as no one finds out it's you. But in this one, unexplained bodies can be a big problem. So there, I've got the merchants out of the safe now. I just need to... I think I'm going to swing back by the merchant, the supplier, buy a few things, and then I will head out of the level.
Very well.
Decide to pick up the nice SMG and then the wrench and the chloroform.
Come back anytime.
The crowbar is a nice item to have. I usually prioritize getting the crowbar, but I already have a lockpick, so it's less important to have a crowbar once you've got a lockpick. There are a few things that you can use the crowbar for that you can't use a lockpick for, but not much. Mostly it's sometimes opening cupboards and... well, it's mainly opening like manhole covers. It's like the main thing. So yeah, that's our trip to Miami. We've taken out the leader. We have taken out the second syndicate in the campaign. And Jolly St. Nick has made it further.
Well done, 47. This will make anyone think twice.
Let's see what our reward is for defeating a syndicate. There, unlock the ornamented sniper rifle, which is a very nice weapon.
Excellent, 47. You took down the syndicate, but we have intel that there are more connected. Eliminate them all. You will be well rewarded. Prepare and let me know when you are ready.
And we'll see our reward. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.